Springtime, when you're ready to go out and do yard work and you're attacked by the grauple. Stand by. Hey everybody, welcome back to RATTLECAN FAB SHOP. On this week, in things that I learned at school, trying to get stuff done, nature is not cooperating. I'm starting to get irritated, but you know, it's kind of the way it is. So Monday was our last day of stick welding, and we were using 70-24 rods, which is kind of a strange rod if you're out of position. It is a flat position rod. If you try to weld it in a horizontal position, it makes life difficult, particularly if you're a new person. Lots of slag inclusions, but you know, we made it do the best that we could. That was Monday. What are we doing this week coming up? Not going to tell you, because this is late Sunday night and I am just now able to sit down and do this. So we're going to cut to the chase on this one. Tuesday we were in machine shop lab, and we're actually milling. Officially for the first time in class, we're milling. Now I go in on open lab time and I figure stuff out, so I'm kind of ahead of the curve on this. My part has already been faced off on the ends as we've been instructicated to do. I've already drilled my hole, I have already tapped my hole, I've already chamfered my hole, I have already cut my notch, and I have already cut the bevel on it. So all I have to do is go through my introduction to grinding, and then we'll be done. So that was Tuesday. Wednesday, CNC lab. We are making more little widgets. We're doing tool offsets in the lathe. We're on SL20s. All three of these are identical for the most part. So what we were doing is we were checking our parameters to run this little part. We're working on the length of the stick out of our piece and making sure that our surface speeds are set right, and making sure that our clearances are right so that when we're doing a tool change, things don't go snappity snap, because that is the no bueno. Thursday in metrology class, we're measuring angles, and we're doing it with simple protractor rulers, and then we're doing it with this fancy Mitutoyo bevel ruler, bevel protractor. It's kind of a cool thing to do. And then of course we're measuring angle blocks, all kinds of angles, and we're figuring out complementary and supplementary angles, and you know, if this angle and that angle equal this, then what does it work out to? So we're doing a little bit of geometry in the class. Lofi the cat, not happy with me because I'm getting increased amounts of homework that make me sit at the table, and he's irritated because when I'm doing homework, he can't sit on my lap. And so he sits in the chair like this, and he just pouts like a big baby. What else is going on? Oh, I found out that the lathe that I am working on was actually manufactured in 1980, which, you know, if I think about it for a minute, it wasn't that long ago. But then when I think about it, I was in junior high school. Cheers. And on top of all of that, we have a couple of prop building. I got a prop building project last minute that popped up that I had needed to take care of. We're working on friend of the channel Jay's tank for the fuel injection pump. So we're working on some fabric cobbling going on there, cutting out a big hole in this practice tank, and figuring out the angle of the dangle, and made a little jig out of some sheet, and just kind of some leftover scrap from, I think it was a dry erase board that I picked up at one of the fast track auctions, because we've got one of those here in Dayton. And it just made this little frame so that way when we go to scribe things out, we're on a level playing field. And then, of course, had to mow the lawn today. Had to do that last minute. In addition to, had to play at church today, so there's, practice starting at 7:30. Don't get home till 12:30 for that. And then next week's going to be a crazy busy week too, because next Sunday is Easter Sunday, which, if you're a church-going person, that can be kind of a big deal. Ours is kind of a big deal because we're doing 3 services on Sunday, and we're live streaming all of those, and I'm the video director for those. So my showtime on Sunday is 6 in the morning. But we're just going to keep plugging ahead. Anyways, that is what I learned at school this week. If you have questions or comments, put them in the comment section beneath the sermon notes. Be sure to click subscribe. Be sure to click the little bell next to it so you can get a notification the next time I post a video, and you can go, oh, hey, the goofy guy did something this week, so let's make fun of him. If you have questions about CAM, computer-aided manufacturing, if you have questions about just in general the kind of the track that I'm in, put them down there. We'll get to them, and I'll try to answer whatever questions I can. I've got 3 weeks left, and I'm starting to kind of feel like I almost kind of, for brief glimpses of time, know what I'm doing. I'm sure that'll pass. Anyways, I'm James, RATTLECAN Fab Shop, what I learned in school this week. If I can do it, I know you guys can do it. You have a great weekend. Cheers. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to spend it here with me. Hope you enjoyed this video. Here's one that you might enjoy as well. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to hit that button. Hit the bell next to it so that you get a notification when we drop a new video. If you've got comments, put them down beneath the sermon notes. And remember, if I can do it, you can do it. You guys have a great weekend. Cheers.